Are you surprised? Right here in 2025, something big is quietly unfolding, and barely anyone is talking about it. Those factory gates that once stood as a symbol of American pride are now closing one by one. But these factories aren't vanishing overseas to China or Mexico, as many assume. Instead, they're quietly moving just across the border to Canada. Manufacturing in the US has become increasingly expensive. Industrial infrastructure is aging, and federal policies continue to favor finance over production. Meanwhile, Canada is emerging as an attractive alternative thanks to generous tax incentives, a skilled workforce, strategic access to global markets, and a stable, business-friendly environment. Here are the 7 US states losing the most factories right now. 1. Pennsylvania. Once one of America's strongest industrial powerhouses, Pennsylvania's factory gates are now locked tight. In Erie, a robotics parts manufacturer shut down in March, then opened a new facility outside Toronto just 2 months later. The move happened so fast many workers had no time to find another job. In the first half of 2025, the state lost over 7,000 manufacturing jobs, 1/3 of them relocated directly to Canada. The main driver: cost. Across the border, companies benefit from lower taxes, faster environmental approvals, and subsidies for green manufacturing. Factory owners in the US say they're drowning in paperwork and compliance costs. Every factory that shuts feels like a clogged artery in the economic flow. In places like Scranton or Reading, once busy factory shifts have been replaced by dim lights and silence. Is this a natural transition of our era, or a warning that we're losing a vital part of America's industrial soul? 2. Wisconsin. Known for more than milk and cheese, Wisconsin's real engine is industrial manufacturing. But in early 2025, manufacturing jobs dropped between 2% and 3.2%, the steepest decline in the Midwest. Many EV parts suppliers have moved operations to Ontario and Quebec, citing cheaper electricity and carbon credit programs. Behind the numbers are personal stories, like a Green Bay engineer of 25 years now forced to relearn how to write a job application. Supply chains that once flowed through Milwaukee and Green Bay are shifting north. Wisconsin risks becoming just a transit point while real value moves elsewhere. Once a supply chain adapts to a new route, it rarely returns. 3. Illinois. Illinois has long been a manufacturing hub for steel, automobiles, and food processing. But in just the first 6 months of 2025, it lost over 9,000 manufacturing jobs, most to Canada. Lower taxes and faster permitting are drawing companies away. In Peoria, a frozen food brand that had operated for over 40 years now runs a new Nova Scotia plant, creating 500 jobs across the border. Former workers say the closures also hit local diners, repair shops, and neighborhoods that once thrived. Illinois feels like a freight train losing its heaviest cars, and once they roll north, they don't come back. 4. California. California lost over 12,000 manufacturing jobs in early 2025, high-skill, high-paying positions. Sky-high electricity prices and slow permitting are driving factories out. A new project can take up to 18 months for approval here, versus 6 in Canada. Canada offers multi-million-dollar incentives, corporate tax cuts, and worker training subsidies. In contrast, California's focus remains on tech startups while its manufacturing base erodes. EV battery lines, aerospace suppliers, and ag tech projects are moving to Canada. Silicon Valley's spotlight still shines, but behind the scenes, empty manufacturing floors and dusty workstations tell another story. 5. Georgia. Georgia once symbolized industrial growth, with Atlanta as a logistics hub and Savannah as an export gateway. In 2025, over 8,000 manufacturing jobs vanished, half to Ontario and British Columbia. A major EV battery plant near Savannah was abandoned mid-construction, then rebuilt in Canada. Experts cite Canada's clean energy incentives, faster permits, and long-term policy stability. In Georgia, the fallout is visible in quieter logistics centers, empty restaurants, and cooling real estate markets. 6. New York. Beyond Wall Street and Broadway, upstate New York has seen over 10,000 manufacturing jobs move to Canada. Solar panel production in Albany relocated for R&D incentives and better European market access. High taxes, costly energy, and aging infrastructure are pushing jobs out. A once strong industrial network in Buffalo, Rochester, and Syracuse is fading. When the river of jobs changes course, the surrounding communities lose their lifeblood. 7. Texas. Texas, long a symbol of independence and industrial might, lost over 9,200 manufacturing jobs in the past year, many to Canada. A Dallas robotics company moved to Toronto for tax breaks, a skilled workforce, and market access. The state's unstable power grid and high insurance costs due to extreme weather are major deterrents. Meanwhile, Canada offers stability and milder climates for long-term planning. Supply chains are shifting north, investments are stalling, and exports to Mexico are declining. Without swift action, Texas' industrial star could dim for good. If Texas, with its resources and size, struggles, what will happen to smaller states like Indiana when this wave reaches them? All information is based on trade reports, public data, and official policy documents as of August 2025. This is not propaganda or targeted commentary, just a different perspective on a major shift in North America's manufacturing landscape. True State Report. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.